Hey everyone, it's Drew again from the True Tone podcast here on Ian's channel, bringing you a pretty interesting unboxing today. I know we just unboxed the new M1 Apple iMac. Well, today we're going to take a look at Apple's new M1 iPad Pro 12.9 inch. Really excited to dive right into this unboxing. So without further ado, let's just go ahead and jump right into this. We'll go ahead and remove the plastic here in a second, but this is the base model 12.9 inch Wi-Fi model. I did not go with the 5G just because I typically have access to Wi-Fi pretty much anywhere and can use my iPhone as a hotspot anytime that I need 5G anytime I'm traveling or something. So went with this base model, figured it was a pretty solid deal. Really want to check out the new display here on this iPad. I think that's really what everybody's excited for. In the box, you're going to get the standard accessories and paperwork. We're going to go ahead and toss that aside and jump right into this iPad. Going to remove the plastic real quick and then take a look all around this iPad. So overall, it looks pretty similar to last generations. iPad overall hasn't changed in terms of design. It is a little bit thicker. I noticed that right out of the box. All the speaker placement, really everything about it is the same from last year. It is a lot thicker though in hand. I can already tell right away. Have that power button, everything there at the top. Volume buttons, yeah, overall looks just like an iPad. Not a lot of change in terms of the build. Of course, I picked up the Apple Pencil 2 that is compatible with this iPad. Got to get the Apple Pencil with the iPad. There's nothing like using the Apple Pencil, especially for editing. I do have to say it's an awesome companion for editing if you're editing video on the iPad or if you're a creator in general. Also picked up the new white Magic Apple keyboard, of course, to match that silver iPad I got. Love that it has that USB Type-C there, and the keys overall have nice travel, and it's a pretty solid keyboard overall. Unboxing this, you're just going to get that keyboard right out of the box, and you can see here no function keys or anything there at the top. The trackpad's pretty solid. Again, very similar to last year's Magic keyboard. Not a lot of difference other than this is the white model. Again, USB Type-C there on the side, which is really nice to have. Camera cutouts. Overall, really solid. Kind of curious to see how it will stand up over time though, considering it is white. We'll have to see, especially typing on this long term. You don't want to have food or anything around this keyboard, that's for sure. Definitely could see that getting on the keys and all around the trackpad, but overall, it definitely looks pretty sleek with that silver iPad. Now, with the display on here, I want to make sure that I protect it and that it doesn't get scratched, especially using the Apple Pencil. Now, it doesn't scratch using the Apple Pencil typically, but long-term use, everything, you just want to make sure that you do have the added protection. And while not a sponsor, I did pick up a paper-like screen protector for the iPad Pro. I have to highly recommend this. Again, they're not a sponsor or anything of this channel or this video, but I just want to shout out to them because these screen protectors are awesome. I've used them on all of my iPads going way back several generations, and I can't recommend this screen protector enough. They give you a nice note in there with all of the installation tools that you need to get the screen protectors applied. And again, no issues with these screen protectors. No issues using the Apple Pencil, and they do feel very paper-like when you're using the Apple Pencil. And you can see there's no bubbles, really any issues at all with the installation. I mean, very clean, very simple to install, as you can see here, and writing on here is just phenomenal with that textured screen protector. So highly recommend, again, the paper-like screen protectors if you're looking for a solid screen protector for your iPad, especially the iPad Pro. I have to shout out to Paperlike. Again, not a sponsor, but can't recommend them enough for protecting that screen and also giving you a solid, nice writing experience using the Apple Pencil on the iPad here. Now, looking all around the keyboard, again, really like the keyboard. It does add quite a bit of bulk. You can see, again, iPad here is a little bit thicker, but it's sturdy. I mean, it's going to stay on there. The magnets on here are really solid, so no issues, no concerns there using the Apple Magic Keyboard with the iPad Pro 12.9 inch. It's not going anywhere. Again, very sturdy keyboard. The travel of these keys is awesome. It's a little bit more cramped if you go down to the 11-inch model iPad. That's why I went with this 12.9-inch model. But again, it does add some added bulk. I mean, this is heavier than the M1 MacBook Pro or the MacBook Air. Definitely a lot heavier in the hand paired with this keyboard. So just note that it's going to be a pretty hefty combination here, having that Magic Keyboard and the new iPad Pro 12.9 inch. You can throw the Apple Pencil on there and it's not going to add a ton of weight, but that keyboard is hefty. We'll go ahead now and boot this up so I can get set up and just jump right into using this new iPad Pro and checking out the new M1 processor. So overall, right out of the box, the M1 processor in here flies. The iPad is incredibly fast, but I have to say, with current version of iPadOS, it's just an iPad. You're not gaining a ton here. Hopefully, WWDC here in a few weeks, we get some extra features, and this thing will hopefully pack even more performance overall, maybe a better file management system. One can hope. I do have to say, Center Stage and some of those features in the new iPad are pretty awesome, but again, in general, this is not a major upgrade right out of the box with the current version of iPadOS. iPadOS definitely hinders this iPad. I love the display. The display is awesome, but don't get me wrong there. But overall, do I think it's the upgrade you should get right now? No, probably not. I think most with the iPad Air are going to be really happy with that iPad. I don't really see the need for this iPad Pro. Again, it's really nice seeing this awesome, bright XDR display, but again, when it comes down to the cost, it comes down to the overall value. iPadOS is just not providing that yet. So hopefully, again, here in a few weeks at WWDC, we'll get something awesome. Thank you for watching. Take care and stay safe.